It's 2024 and I'm doing a video on Flappy Bird. Flappy Bird, yeah, Flappy Bird is coming back. However, the original creator of Flappy Bird is not happy with this new incarnation of the mobile app. It's gonna mine crypto or something. Is it NFT Bird? I don't know. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about the reaction to it. And yeah, this is kind of a bonus video for the day. We do cover gaming news here on Clownfish TV. We cover more of it on Derezed, but I wanted to cover this because Flappy Bird was a huge game back in the day. Like, if you weren't there, I don't think people realize what a cultural phenomenon Flappy Bird was. And then it just freaking disappeared. Like, one day, it just boom, Flappy Bird is gone, man. It's just gone. And then they had like Flappy this and Flappy that, like all kinds of Flappy clones. But Flappy Bird was always the original, was the best, and it was highly addictive, and it was hard as hell. So let's talk about this. Before you get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. You know the drill, guys. You know the drill. Flappy Bird's original creator says he has nothing to do with the new game. That's coming from The Verge. But before we go there, let's talk about this Gizmodo article saying Flappy Bird is coming back and it stinks of crypto. It stinks of crypto. It's coming back. Unfortunately, there's a possibility that the iconic game is tied up in a bunch of crypto nonsense. The original Flappy Bird was developed by Vietnamese video game designer, I think it's Newan? Dong Newan? Is that how you pronounce his name? I'm very bad. I actually had to look this name up before to see how to pronounce it, and it's almost unpronounceable in English, like to anglicize it. But I think it's either Win or Newan, I want to say. Anyway, the original Vietnamese game designer. He released it through Dot Gears in, let's see, 2013. The game became an instant sensation, spurring people to waste copious amount of time wearing out their thumbs on simple but difficult to master pursuits. Then, somewhat abruptly, he took the game down. He never totally clarified why he took it down, except to claim that he felt bad about people being addicted to it. Dude, okay, you can do whatever you want, right? And people were pretty addicted to it. Yeah, they were pretty addicted to it. That said, the original Gizmodo reporting from the time notes the game's heavy borrowing of visual elements from Super Mario may have encouraged the creator to take the game down. Yeah, the game borrowed heavily from, I think it was Mario 3 or Mario World, like the sprites, and I'm sure Nintendo was like, yeah, we're not happy, and it looks like cheap. After a long hiatus, Flappy Bird's coming back. The game is set to be released next year. According to a press release, The Verge reports that the rights to the game were acquired by an organization calling itself the Flappy Bird Foundation Group. The rights previously belonged to a company called Game Tech. The Verge writes, the people behind the new release describe themselves as a team of passionate fans committed to sharing the game with the world. Let's watch the trailer for this. I actually haven't watched the trailer. Let's watch this. 10 years ago, in a universe far, far away, a legend was born.
Sensation, Flappy Bird.
Flappy Bird.
Flappy Bird.
Flappy Bird.
Hard.
Downloaded more than 50 million times.
It is the number one
app
in over 100 countries.
It's a global sensation.
Yeah.
Going crazy by the addictive nature of the game.
Until suddenly it was game over.
The mobile game Flappy Bird has been taken off the Apple App Store.
Disappeared.
and
Users across social media expressing their disappointment.
You can't play Flappy Bird anymore.
Rest in peace.
Oh no, we can't play Flappy Bird anymore. The bird is gone, but now, in 2024, like a phoenix, Flappy Bird will fly again with less Mario-esque graphics. You're gonna travel to new worlds, okay, for an epic adventure into crypto. Is that guy just taking a shit with Flappy Bird? That's Flappy Bird. Oh my God, Flappy Bird. That would be a something, wouldn't it? All right, guys, so that's the trailer. Gizmodo says, unfortunately, there's reason to believe the new version of Flappy Bird is just going to be a visually pleasing Trojan horse for some crypto bullshit. This week, web users began chattering about the fact the game appeared to have ties to Web3. Web3, guys. the blockchains and the cryptos and the NFTs. Indeed, archived images of the new Flappy Bird website and initially shared by Protos show the site once contained pages discussing Flappy's new apparent connection to the Solana blockchain. The legendary Flappy Bird TM is back and will fly higher than ever. Web 3.0, the site says. Flappy Bird will now be the world's first open source community-owned Web 2 and Web 3 game. The page mentioning crypto returns a 404 error. So here's the thing, right? Just because it's using blockchain doesn't mean it's an NFT. It doesn't mean it's a crypto scam. It doesn't mean it's a Bored Ape or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I think people really misunderstand what blockchain is about. They're just like, that sounds like crypto. But that being said, if it is like a crypto thing, then yeah, if it's just like mining, if it's mining Bitcoin or something on your phone, that's gonna be a problem. Anyway, the developer returned to Twitter to disavow this game. I have no relation with the game. I did not sell anything. I also don't support crypto. Eric Kane says you should look into suing the pants off these guys. Writes for Forbes. Stephen Ford, we love you, dude. We missed the game. We miss you. I'm sorry this happened. Aiden Wolf says, knew something was off when they said working with their predecessor without mentioning you by name. Clearest crypto scam ever made. Looks like it was made by AI. Have you heard of Fortnite? That's pretty fair. Thank you for speaking up. The new Flappy Bird is a scam. Don't get fooled. Damn, you came back after vanishing since 2017 to help clear things up. God bless. I'm sorry they're desecrating the name. Then release it officially without crypto. Who cares if people get addicted? Make it less addicting. Make it more frustrating so you just get like rage quit. We won't be playing Crypto Bird. Screw them. Take it easy. Thank you. Sue them. Thank you for letting us know, champ. Yeah, so what's the deal here? He didn't actually he never filed the trademark or something? His trademark for the game was terminated after Game Tech Holdings filed to have it declared abandoned. So they picked it up. So this is interesting because remember the new TSR debacle? We covered that, the new TSR debacle. And I have some inside baseball on that, but I'm not gonna dish on that because it's neither here nor there because that company has been dissolved, I believe. But that's kind of what happened there. The trademark was abandoned, it was lapsed, and some TSR, for those of you who don't know, TSR is the company that actually created Dungeons and Dragons, right? Before Wizards of the Coast bought TSR and then Hasbro bought Wizards of the Coast, therefore getting what was left of TSR. But they left the TSR trademark lapse and a person went in. I'm not trying to dig up any dirt, but this person bought the trademark and then proceeded to set up shop like, hey, we are actually TSR. We're like the original TSR. We're even going to use the same logo and everything that we didn't really have a right to. And that led to a whole big lawsuit. So this sounds like a very similar situation where the trademark lapsed and if it's up for grabs, then it's basically public domain, I guess. Actually, Nintendo could come in and be like, hey, yeah, this looks an awful lot like Mario. Looks like a cheap. Anyway, for the first time since 2017, yeah, he posted. The Flappy Bird Foundation didn't say in the announcement that the developer was involved, but certainly leans on nostalgia as it promotes the game. More than half the game's first trailer lingers on the game's rise in popularity and the disappointment of its abrupt disappearance before declaring that in 2024, Flappy Bird will fly again. As for the crypto piece of the puzzle, cybersecurity researcher Baran Benwali pointed out hidden pages from the website that indicate there may be such a component in the game's launch. That was removed. For now, Flappy Bird is listed as coming soon for iOS and Android. Just don't expect it to be the Flappy Bird you knew. That, it seems, remains gone forever. Just bring it back, dude. Bring it back and then be like, you know what? I did this first. I don't know. It's a very interesting situation for sure. But I'm guessing that, yeah, just it had to do with the trademark issue. And they can say that they acquired it from Game Tech, but it could just be lapsed. So you guys want to play Flappy Crypto Flap? Flappy Crypto NFT Fap? Whatever. I don't know. I actually didn't like Flappy Bird. It angered me. It was very difficult, and I wasn't addicted to it. I don't get addicted to video games. Like, I love video games, but I don't really get addicted to them. If they frustrate me, I usually just walk away and then come back when I've calmed down a little bit. And then I usually do better because I think my brain like rewires itself to be like, oh yeah, now the patterns are in the side scroller, the difficult side scroller starting to make sense. I'm looking at you, Ghosts and Goblins. It's like, oh yeah, okay. This is how it works. But I don't know. It's pretty interesting stuff, right? So everything old is new again. I'm going to wrap it up, guys. Please subscribe. We'll talk later. Join the reef. Go to clownfishminus.com. That's clownfishminus.com. You will get exclusive access to podcasts and videos and comic strips and more, as well as merch discounts. Check it out. If you were a member, you could get this t-shirt, this dismal t-shirt on our website. You'd get a 10% discount on that. You can also join in the community on clownfishminus.com. Thank you so much for the support.